Let's learn a shtickle Toldos Shimshon on Perekei Avos Perik Vav Mishnah Ches. Omer Rabbi Yosi ben Kisma. Rabbi Yosi ben Kisma said, Pam achas, there was one time Hoyisi Mahalach B'derech, I was traveling along the road, Upoga bi Odom Echod, and a person met me, V'nosan li Sholem, and he gives me Sholem, V'chzarti lo Sholem, and I returned Sholem to him. Omali, this man tells Rabbi Yosi ben Kisma, Rebbe, me'eza mokamata, from which place are you coming from? Where do you live? Omarti loy, I told him, me'ir gedoyle shal chachomim v'shal soifrim oni. I come from a city that has a lot of Talmidei Chachomim. So this person asks Rabbi Yosi ben Kisma, Omali, he tells me, Rebbe, ritzoincho shetodu imonu b'mkoimenu, do you want to live, do you want to dwell in our city? V'ani eten lecho elef alofim din rezov, and I'll give you thousands upon thousands of gold coins, v'avonim toivus u'margolius, precious stones and diamonds. Come move to our city and I'll make you rich. Omarti loy, I told him, Rabbi Yosi ben Kisma answered, Beni, my son, even if you give me all the silver and gold, you'll give me all the precious stones and diamonds in the whole world. I'm only living in a place of Torah, and I'm not going to move to your city, no matter how rich you make me. Why is that? When a person leaves this world, Ein melaven loy la'odom loy kesef v'loy zohov. It doesn't escort the person out of this world, no silver and no gold. V'loy avonim toivus u'margolius. He doesn't take anything along with him. Elo Torah u'masim tovim bilvad. The only thing that he takes along with him is Torah and masim tovim. Shenema, like the pasuk says, b'salecha tancha oisoch. When you're traveling, when you go, this is what guides you, the Torah. B'shach b'cha, tishmar alecha. When you're laying, this is what protects you. V'akitzoisa. And when you get up, hitisichecha. This is going to be what you're going to talk about. And the Mishnah says, Pshat in this pasuk, B'salecha tancha oisach b'olam hazeh. On this world is where the Torah guides you. B'shach b'cha tishmar alecha. Where is b'shach b'cha? When you're laying, that's in your kever, that's when the Torah protects you. V'akitzoisa, when you get up, hitisichecha, that's la'olam haba. So therefore, Rabbi Yosi ben Kisma told him that I'm not leaving a makom Torah because Torah is what escorts a person out of this world. And then Rabbi Yosi ben Kisma added something, and he said, "V'chein kosu b'sefer Tehillim." And it's also said in a pasuk in the Sefer Tehillim, Ayidei David Melech Yisrael, which was written through David Melech Yisrael, that the pasuk says, "Toiv li Torah aspicha." It's better to me the Torah of your mouth, me'alfei zohav v'chosef, more than thousands of gold and silver coins. The Toldos Shimshon asks, first of all, why did he have to add on this extra pasuk of Tehillim? He already answered him from the pasuk in Mishlei that that what escorts a person out of this world and what he gains from in Gan Eden is only Torah. So what did he need to add on the pasuk for that of David HaMelech said in Tehillim, Toiv li Torah aspicha? And furthermore, he asks a very interesting question. He says, why did he have to say that Tehillim was written through David? He should say v'chein kosu b'sefer Tehillim, and it's written in the Sefer Tehillim, the pasuk Toiv li Torah aspicha. Everyone knows who wrote Tehillim, that David HaMelech wrote Tehillim. And even if you're going to want to say that it's written through David, why did he have to add David Melech Yisrael, that David was the king of Klal Yisrael? What was he trying to say with this? So the Toldos Shimshon says that Rabbi Yosi ben Kisma felt that people might have a question on what he says. He answered that Torah is what guides a person into the next world, and therefore he doesn't want to leave a place of Torah. Someone might ask on him, that the Torah itself says in Mishlei, the pasuk ba'oirach tzedakah ahalich, that we go in the path of tzedakah, and the Medrash says that be'ezen nesiv ani ma'aleches, the Eibusha says, in what path am I taking? In the path of those who do tzedakah. So Rabbi Yossi ben Kisma over here is foregoing opportunity. He's giving up opportunity of becoming rich. He promised him, if you move into our city, I'll make you rich, and then he would be able to give tzedakah. If the pasuk says ba'orech tzedakah ahalich, so why is Rabbi Yossi ben Kisma saying that he's going to get Gan Eden through Torah alone? And he's giving up opportunity that he'll have money also and be able to do tzedakah. We see the pasuk praised Avram Avinu, ki yedativ, the Eibishter praised him, ki yedativ leman asher yitzav es bonov, lasis tzedakah, the end of the pasuk says. Because Avram Avinu is going to teach his children to do tzedakah. So we see that tzedakah is from the most praiseworthy levels. So why is Rav Yossi ben Kisma giving up opportunity to become rich and then be able to give tzedakah? Now in his state he was poor and he wasn't able to give tzedakah. So if someone might ask this question on Rav Yossi ben Kisma, so then the first pasuk doesn't suffice. It's not going to help us. The first pasuk, b'salecha tancha isach, that Torah guides you, but you'll have a question that you need tzedakah as well. And on that, he brought the next pasuk in Tehillim, that the pasuk says, Toivli Torah spicha me'alfei zohav v'chosev, that Torah is even greater than being rich. And that's why he added that it was written through David. Why is that? Because the Medrash in Kehela says that the truth is that Tehillim was said through Zekanim before David HaMelech. Adam Rishon said Kapitluch in Tehillim. Avram Avinu said. The Medrash in Kehelis lists 10 Zekanim that consist of the Sefer Tehillim. It consists of 10 Zekanim that said Kapitluch Tehillim, and still it was only called Tehillim that David HaMelech said. And the Medrash says a Mashal L'ma David Doimer, that a king, that everybody wanted to come praise the king, and the king said, no, only the one with the nice voice, he can sing my praises. Kacham HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the Eibishter said, Kulchem Ne'imim, all you 10 Zekanim that said the Tehillim before David, you're worthy of saying my praises. But David HaMelech is even more worthy. Shekoilei Orev, his voice is sweet, like the pasuk says, Ne'im Zmiros Yisrael, that even though Tehillim was said already before David HaMelech, but it was called in the name of David HaMelech because he is the most worthy. Shekoilei Orev, he has a sweet voice. And he added, told the Shimshon, that there's another Medrash in Kehelis that says that Shlomo HaMelech said, Havel Havolim Omar Kehelis. Shlomo HaMelech said that this world is futility of futilities. It's nothing, it's empty. And the Medrash says that if someone else would have said this, then it doesn't mean so much, because maybe someone else said that this world is nothing, it's Havel Havolim, because he doesn't have anything in this world. But Shlomo HaMelech, that he had everything on this world, and still he said Havel Havolim, that means something. Also Nebuchadnezzar said, V'chol dairei aro koloch hashivim, the pasuk in Daniel says that Nebuchadnezzar was dreaming, and he dreamt that all the inhabitants of the world are nothing compared to the Eibishter. Now, if someone else would say that, it wouldn't mean so much. But if Nebuchadnezzar says it, that he was the king over the whole world, and he said it, now it means something. The same thing Yisro, the Medrash says, he said, Atu Yadati, now I know that the Eibishter is the greatest, Mikol Elohim. If someone else would say it, how would he know? He never tried out all Avodah Zarah. But Yisro tried out all Avodah Zarahs in the world, and still he said that now he knows that the Eibishter is the real one. That means something. And says the Toldos Shimshon that Tehillim could have been called on the names of any of the 10 Zekanim that said it. But now that David HaMelech said it, and David HaMelech said, Toiv li Torah spicha malfi zav v'chosev, that means something. Because David HaMelech was a melech, and he had all the money at his disposal. And still he said that Torah is worth more than all the Ashiris. So that shows how emes it is. And that's what Rabbi Yossi ben Kisma was trying to add. That if you'll come and ask that I'm giving up the opportunity to give tzedakah, I'm giving up Ashiris, and now I won't be able to give tzedakah. If tzedakah was on the higher level than Torah, and if it was necessary to be rich in order to give tzedakah, then David HaMelech that had the opportunity to give tzedakah, because he was Melech Yisrael. And then he would have said that tzedakah is greater. And instead, David HaMelech says, Toiv li Torah spicha me'alfei zav v'chosev. That's why he was saying that the Tehillim was written through David. David was Melech Yisrael. He had all the money in the world, and still he said, Toiv li Torah spicha. Now what's pshat in that pasuk that he started off saying, Ba'oirach tzedakah ahalech, that in the path of tzedakah you should go? It sounds like you need tzedakah. Says the Toldos Shimshon, that means that somebody that has ashiris, someone who has enough money to give tzedakah, and he doesn't give it, he is going to be lacking, even though he has Torah. But without tzedakah, he won't be able to go in the path of Gan Eden. But Urach tzedakah halich is somebody that has ashiris. He's not complete just with Torah. He needs tzedakah also. But someone who doesn't have ashiris, like Rabbi Yossi ben Kisma, he was living in a city that there was no ashiris, and he had Torah. Him, the pasuk is not referring to when it says Ba'orech tzedakah halich. He has everything in the Torah, and he's not lacking anything from the fact that he's not giving tzedakah, because he was never put in that situation that he had the money to give tzedakah. And that's what Rabbi Yossi ben Kisma was adding with this pasuk of Toiv li Torah spicha, that one shouldn't think that tzedakah is even greater than sitting and learning. And that's why he said that who wrote this pasuk? David HaMelech, that had all the money, and still he said, Toiv li Torah spicha me'alfei zav v'chesef. And the schus of the Zera Shimshon, may we have bracha and atzlacha b'chol ha'inyonim.